I'm Richard Taylor, I'm here at the Guildhall in Cambridge. Tonight, councillors are going to decide if to support government proposals for so-called devolution, which involve a mayor for Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. Essentially, it's introducing a new layer of local government. I think it's more complexity, and it's also potentially another line on our council tax bills. And I oppose the proposals. What I would like to see is a simplification of local government. Just one council for Greater Cambridge, and I'd like to see those councillors really empowered, given powers over the health service, that's the NHS, and social care, transport, roads, railways, essentially everything, so that everything that's done at a local level should be done by that Greater Cambridge Council. I think that's the simple way forward. That's what I would be proposing tonight if I was a councillor. I would be saying let's not go for the government option of another layer, let's change everything, let's simplify things. One council for Greater Cambridge, more empowered councillors. I think that would then encourage better people to stand as councillors. They'd be able to make a real difference to the way the city works.
So we have a deal that is about growth and infrastructure. It's about affordable housing and strategic planning. It's about recognising the skills gap. We have a huge recruitment problem in a city like Cambridge, yet we have an education system within the county which isn't targeting itself at the needs of our own residents and of meeting the needs of business who actually have jobs that our people can fill. My colleague Councillor Price will talk further, but it's also about 2,500 additional affordable homes by 2022 that wouldn't otherwise be delivered, Mr. Mayor. That is the 500 that is part of that, the new council homes that we will be able to build, and which I rebut the claims made by one Liberal Democrat councillor at the county council that these aren't going to happen, Councillor Cambs. Those equate to roughly a quarter of the people on our housing needs waiting list. This is a lifetime opportunity for that. It isn't what has swung us on the deal, but it was something that we stuck out for to about 3 days before the deal was signed. That level of council house building has not been possible in this city, and I again rebut any claims that there's some plan B that the Liberal Democrats might have of delivering those kinds of homes that is sort of referenced in their amendment. Where are those homes going to come from if they don't come from this deal? Where is the work with the housing associations? If people want to talk to the housing associations that serve this county, they see this as a golden opportunity, and they feel severely let down by people down-talking and trying to suggest that the £100 million for affordable housing is a waste of time. So we see this as an opening dialogue, Mr. Mayor. It is about infrastructure funding. It respects the city deal and builds on that. It focuses on some major issues. Bus franchising is an opportunity. Working with Network Rail in a way that was completely neglected by the people who set up the city deal originally, along with working with Highways England. We need to look at some of the opportunities also of this partnership. The 7 councils are part of our geography. They are the outer ring, with Greater Cambridge being the inner ring. And that wider geography hasn't worked well. There is talk that we should be just saying, just ditch this deal, start a new discussion. But it's quite clear from government, it's quite clear from how they've responded to Norfolk and Suffolk and other areas, that this is the deal on the table. It's a bit like, Mr. Mayor, the Obama quote when he was over talking to Cameron about what happens after Brexit. If this deal doesn't go through, it's a fallacy to suggest that there is a place in the queue for Cambridge or Cambridgeshire. Government won't be interested.
I'd like to congratulate Councillor Herbert and Councillor Price and main officers for winning acceptance from the government that this city needs help with its housing. And I know that that is no mean feat. We tried ourselves when approaching the government with both our transport needs and our housing needs in the city deal. We won on one point only, the transport, and I think this proves we can only win one at a time from the government. But this recognition from them has absolutely no connection with the case for a combined authority or an elected mayor. This is demonstrated by the fact that the additional funding on offer would be channelled directly to this city council alone. It's a standalone feature. You don't need a mayor and a combined authority to use it. as far as agreement on that, then there is no credibility or integrity in any government which then exploits this to advance a completely unrelated political agenda. It would be transparent blackmail, making a plaything out of social need. Though it could always be bigger, the housing offer to Cambridge is good and important, and we welcome it. It would undoubtedly lead to greater capacity to deliver what the City Council is assuming it can do today. But if we're honest, if it took another year to activate that injection of help, there is still plenty for this council to do that is under its control in the meantime. I understand that some of the 500 new council homes we're telling the government we would build are in fact already featured in existing plans. And some of the councils, maybe with less of an ideological bent, can apparently make a pretty decent fist of building new council homes in the current environment. Take Labour-led Brighton, for example, another small city under housing pressure. Look at its website, look at its plan for, yes, 500 new homes. Does it have a devolution deal? No. So it seems that some councils can manage it. Some can even win a government grant, like Brighton did, for the purpose. So in the short term, why should we accept that progress here isn't possible without this particular devolution deal?
So my head tells me devolution should be about giving power to communities. These proposals don't. It should be about empowering people within those communities to participate in decision making that will shape their lives and the environment around them. These proposals don't. Devolution should be about reducing layers of local government, providing transparency to people so they know who is responsible for taking decisions and who is accountable to them for delivering services to them. But these proposals, Mr. Mayor, that are before us, don't streamline government. They add an additional layer of government, the combined authority and the mayor, to existing structures. And as we've already heard, Mr. Mayor, the implementation of a layer of additional government, as illustrated with the City deal, comes with issues. And we've seen in recent months the City deal itself. The City deal is leading to confusion, contradiction, and we have a City deal board that in recent weeks has actually done a U-turn on policy. They're about the only people in this congested city who could do a U-turn. None of the residents can, but the streets are free.
We now turn to the voting on the recommendations. Can we take these on block? Okay. All those in favour of the recommendations 2-1, 1 to 12, noting that it should say Councillor Herbert in 6, please show.
26.
And those against?
1.
Will the Leader of the Council please indicate whether he agrees with the recommendations 2-2, 1 to 12 on pages 6 and 7 of the Council agenda?
I agree with the recommendations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. The date of the next meeting is the 23rd of February. Have a good Christmas and I'll see you all later.